Ukraine's been expanding its attacks on Russia's online retailers. The video shows the drone strike on Monday on a warehouse owned by Ozon. That's Russia's second largest e-commerce firm, and Ukraine has now hit several of its logistics hubs. It's also been hitting different parts of the economy in a sophisticated drone campaign that's hit refineries and industrial plants. Joining me now, Oleg Rogynskyy. He is the chief executive of UFORCE, one of the companies making drones for Ukraine's armed forces. We know the sophistication, the ingenuity of the Ukrainian drone forces, but now it's getting really tricky because the way Russia's responding, often ballistic, often having its own sophisticated weaponry, AI weaponry that we've been hearing about in the last few hours, last few days, makes this more difficult. What comes next from your side?
Hi, thanks for having me here. So what comes next is more innovation. Russia outproduces Ukraine in every category, in man, in shells, in missiles, in armor. So Ukraine has made the speed of change and speed of innovation its primary advantage. And so that's why we're seeing as many unmanned systems, all with AI, all with one-to-many capabilities, taking more and more space on Ukrainian front lines. And as you might have seen in today's Ukraine Independence Parade, fully unmanned forces of Ukraine are not too far away.
What about this latest story overnight about NVIDIA chips being in some of the drones that have basically AI controlled right the way to the point of explosion, which seems to suggest an advancement that will be very worrying?
Russia has some advantages, capital being one of them. And of course, it is unfortunate that NVIDIA chips were smuggled into Russia despite all of the sanctions to power some of the AI capabilities. One thing to keep in mind that's important is that Ukraine has access to some of the capabilities that Russia doesn't, such as Starlink. And so with that, we'll definitely see Russia focusing more on the capabilities of its on the autonomous capabilities, because those can operate without satellite communications. And so we're going to see this continuous exchange of innovative leaps over there.
What's the one thing you now need more of? I mean, as you develop your own highly sophisticated technology to retaliate, what do you need, sir?
As UFORCE, we are producing some of the most sophisticated Ukrainian origin weapons. And what we are looking to the West now is how to manufacture those using some of the latest manufacturing techniques. That is where Ukraine is borrowing some of the know-how in terms of cutting edge production, quality, as we've seen coming from German automotive industries, latest in chip design, what we're seeing in the US, in Taiwan, etc. And so all of those pieces are going to be used to build more and more of Ukrainian innovation on the front lines.
And you decided this announcement today that the British government's giving the plans of particular weaponry across. I mean, how quickly can you get these highly sophisticated anti-missile technologies build? You've got the plans, you build the factory, how quickly can you do it all?
I think knowing what's happening in Ukraine, it's going to be months, if not weeks, before we start making use of those technologies. We've learned to move really fast, operate things, and update them on an hourly basis. That's kind of the motto of UFORCE, where we co-locate engineers and our operators from the government and Ukrainian armed forces together, so that engineers can update the technology the same day, if not the same hour. It's not unheard of for us to upload the new software in the middle of the mission and add new functionality to the weapons as they are on the way to the target.